According to the Minister of Gender, Labour and Social Development, Uganda's current labour export stands at 201 migrants. The Minister of Labour says it is aware of cases of human trafficking of Ugandans.
And in the case of, for example, United Arab Emirates, I think we have more people who have gone illegally and those who have been trafficked illegally. The number of Ugandans in Dubai, for example, the ones that who are in Dubai illegally are more than the ones who have gone through the official channel.
Despite the gross human rights violations and inconsistencies involved in the exportation of labor, especially to the Arab countries, many Ugandans are still yearning to export their labor services. There are several push factors. 32-year-old Maria Narutaya Chiganda is a mother of 3. She has been a nursery teacher for some years, but the meager earnings from this job could no longer satisfy her needs. She took a decision to go and work abroad.
If I don't go to Saudi, where will I get that money? That money I want to take care of my children. Because in teaching, I failed.
23-year-old Joan Anedido could not carry on her studies after obtaining her O-level certificate due to her parents' inability to pay for her school fees.
Thought of going to Saudi in future after getting my money for the business and buying something that belongs to me myself. I'll be able to go back to school after.
Meanwhile, Peace Katoko resorted to working as a security guard after her parents failed to pay for her school tuition. She had been earning peanuts and sometimes going several months without pay. Even with rampant fears of organ transplant, migrant workers have turned into slaves and have been mistreated, while the recruitment agencies make a killing from trading in the girls.
People are dying when they are not in Saudi. I think dying in Saudi is your fate. Yeah. So that can't stop me from going to Saudi.
The girls, on the other hand, rely on the success stories of their friends to drive up their confidence in working abroad. However, the ministry and licensed labor exportation companies insist that it is mostly Ugandans who are recruited through illegal agencies that end up being exploited abroad.
When we trace and track, 90% of those who complain are not those who go through the official channel.
According to Minister Betty Amongi, some Ugandans who go through the official channels also get into trouble after being introduced to new technology or new culture and religion.
The people who are employing these girls are told that these are girls who have been trained, and sometimes the training institute here would also not have such equipments in Uganda to train these girls.
The reasons as to why these young girls have failed to go and some of them are returned back in boxes, it is because of training and communication. The training facilities we're having in Uganda, the trainers need to be more trained so that they can train these girls on what to do and when to do and how to do it.
Some girls have reportedly gone beyond their limits and engaged into intimate relationships with their bosses.
Some of them are people who have been on our streets here in Speak Road, and they reach there, they cannot manage to work, and then they stray into the husbands of these ladies, and we have got a number of such cases.
Another category of migrants who end up in trouble are those who do not report back to their companies when their contracts end and choose to enter into individual contracts with their bosses.
There are a group of Ugandans who call themselves the Biyumbas, but some of them have created a gang of criminals, and they deceive the girls who have gone through the official channel that they will get them better jobs. Then they are not covered by any legal regime in Saudi, and therefore they end up overstaying, they end up being there illegally, and they cannot return.
The ministry has put up mechanisms that task the licensed companies to follow their clients and also listen to their complaints.
You're supposed to accommodate them, document them, and have induction before you deploy them. And if they have any issue, you're supposed to have them back. The second aspect we have is that each of these company, you are supposed to have a monitoring desk with a 24-hour call center and a Ugandan employed in your company.
Despite the challenges, the minister stressed that the economy is being supported more by remittances from externalization of labor.
As I talk now, externalization of labor brings in $900 million US. Coffee brings in $559 million.
Patrick Senyondo, NTV.